Hi, I'm Rob Boyd, an English photographer from the UK. I decided to create this podcast series talking to international photographers whose work I truly love. I realised I knew nothing about these amazing people apart from their names and their stunning work. So I created a set of hopefully entertaining questions that finds out who they are and what they love. Hi Matt, so glad you could join me. Nice to actually see you, my friend.
Hi Rob, yep, thanks for inviting me. It seems a long time coming.
Absolutely. Glad you're here. Right, okay, if you start with your name and your Instagram name, that'd be brilliant.
Sure, yeah, my name's Mottled, and my Instagram name is the 13th second.
Excellent stuff. And have you got a website?
I do, yeah. My website is www.the13thsecond.co.uk.
And where did you come up with that? Because I'm intrigued.
The 13th second is not this incredibly mysterious thing. It's basically my birthday. I was born on the 13th of February.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's good.
When I set my Instagram account up many years ago now, I was really struggling with what to name myself as a tag. My name, Mattul, is probably one of the most common names in the country. And so unless I wanted to be Mattul 45,672, I had to start thinking outside the box.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I learned that. That's great. So where do you live?
Okay, so I live in Margate now, which is the southeast coast of the UK. And I've lived here for 5 years now. We moved just as the first lockdown kicked in. We'd already sold up from our previous place in Cambridge, and we planned to move down here anyway. But it was just so amazing. Just when COVID hit and lockdown happened, we would just had all this amazing space, big skies and empty beaches. It was loads of stuff to explore. Yeah, we were really, really lucky.
Yeah, great timing, really. Horrible thing to happen, but great timing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it was scary and weird, but yeah, we couldn't have been luckier really in our position.
Excellent. And where are you from originally?
So originally, I was Cambridge, born and bred. So Cambridge, sort of East Anglia. And yeah, grew up there. Still got family there, still got friends there. So I still visit probably once a month. My wife's still got an office there. So we can't sever all ties to my previous life, and I still run workshops there quite regularly too. So yeah, it's a lovely city.
Excellent stuff. Yeah, that's great. So where you are now, obviously it's a bit of a silly question being Margate, but if I visited you, where would you take me to shoot?
It depends on the time of year, to be honest, Rob. If it was this time of year, which is the summer, it will just take you down into the town because there's people everywhere. There's just so much going on. It's vibrant, it's noisy, it's messy. There's always something to see and shoot. Out of season, it's a completely different story. It's like dead. There's no one about in the week. Most shops and stuff aren't even open until the end of the week. So yeah, I would probably then just not stay in Margate. Probably just jump on a train and go to the nearest city, so like Canterbury, which is about half an hour train journey away.
Excellent. So I was going to ask as well if there's anything for tourists, but obviously you've listed a fair few things. You've got everything on your doorstep.
Yeah, well, yeah, Margate is it's loads of people come here just because it's a seaside resort, and it's this double-edged sword, really. As a photographer, I want people to be here so I can take photos of them. But at the same time, they're really annoying because they all just pile on the beaches, leave loads of mess, and it's really frustrating. So we get all those sort of tourists. But out of season also, there's a really vibrant art scene here. So there's really tons and tons of galleries. Tracy Emin lives here, and she's got her studios and art schools as well. So yeah, you do get a lot of art tourists.
So where's your favourite destination in the world? Where do you like the most?
My favourite destination in the world, it's a funny one, this one. I'm not that very well travelled. I mean, my wife's from Australia, so I've been to Australia, countless times, but we always go to the same place where our family are, and we don't really travel around a lot. We've got no money left because we've just bought tickets to Australia. So we Yeah, and I've been to like New York once, and so for me to pinpoint one place where it's my dream destination, I'm going to have to go to somewhere where I've been to a lot of times, and that is Glastonbury Festival. That is a place I've been to like quite a lot, and I know whenever I go there, I just feel like I'm home, and you're not judged there. Everyone's in the same mess and the same mud, and it's an amazing leveler just being at a festival of that size. So I'll probably say, yeah, I didn't go this year.
No, well, it's probably a bit too hot anyway. It's probably boiling hot, and end up with heat stroke or something stupid. Normally used to the rain and the mud and everything else.
Well, that's it. In those years, you end up with trench foot, not some various other like ailments. So yeah, I don't know. You can't win really. Yeah.
So, where would you like most to visit in the world? Where's on your bucket list?
For me and my style of shooting, I don't really suppose it matters that much. But personally, I'd really like to go to India. I know a lot of people go there, and every time on social media, there's another photographer out in India doing their thing. And but for me, on top of the fact that it's colourful and like vibrant and there's loads to see, I love the food. And yeah, just the culture itself just kind of things to me. So I'd probably just love to visit there.
Good choice. Excellent. So if you could time travel, where and when would you visit? I know it's a weird question.
It's a weird question. I actually like thinking about it. I had quite a funny conversation with my boys actually. Like one's 9, the other's 12, and they were like, "Oh, surely it'd be like you go and you see how the pyramids are made, or And there was also we were talking about like going back to see the dinosaurs and to see what they actually looked like, because my youngest thought it'd be really funny if when they dig up the bones they get all muddled up, and in actual fact the Tyrannosaurus Rex arms or its legs and vice versa, and massive arms, and it'd be quite interesting to see it. So I'm going to say none of those. And what I'd probably like to do is, because I recently lost my dad like a few months ago, it would be quite nice to go back to when he was a kid and maybe hopefully turn myself back into a kid and just hang out with him as like mates and kids. So probably something like that. Just head back to the 60s and just, mess around as kids with my dad.
Yeah, no, perfect answer. And that's the thing with time travel. Why not? If you do something personal, absolutely, 100%. I get it.
Yeah. Although most places seem too scary anyway, don't they? It's like, well, why do I want to go? Maybe I'll go forward in time rather than back.
Yeah, no, perfect choice. Excellent. So, if you could photograph anyone in history, who would you shoot?
I'd probably go for Nikola Tesla, the mad scientist. Um, for yeah, I mean the few photos I have seen of him and him working in his lab, electricity and the lightning, and just this madness going on. I think it would just be incredible. Yeah, and all this just the smell of burning is just seeing someone who's just completely bonkers just doing his craft.
Like a Frankenstein, novel or something. It looks a bit, the equipment he had.
Yeah, it would just be wicked as long as I was inside a Faraday cage and my own, I wasn't going to get fried. Yeah, he's definitely the guy I'd want to go and shoot.
Again, another good answer. Well done. So tell me a fun fact or a story about yourself.
Okay, fun fact. Rob, I'm so fun. I really don't know where to start with this one. But I guess I mean I love music, hence the Glastonbury thing earlier on. But also I love cooking. I love food, and when I'm not cooking and I'm not eating, I'm thinking about what to cook and eat next. I'm like terrible. I'm worst enemy as far as that goes. But yeah, I love just doing a whole ready, steady cook kind of thing. Just see what's in the fridge and just cobble something nice out of scraps. So yeah, I kind of like that. No, also that's it's another creative outlet, isn't it? Same as music, as photography. You can just get into a zone when you're cooking and just be a little bit artistic with it.
Bit like when you got a camera in your hand. I'm sure when you got a spoon in your hand, you lose hours as well, just creating.
Yeah, yeah, totally. Yeah. Also, just hiding away in the kitchen when things get too much in the house. It's like, right, I'm gonna better cook the tea then. And you just disappear for a few hours.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's it. Brilliant. So, random question. What's your favorite word?
yeah, I kind of like how words feel when they come out of my mouth, if that makes sense, as opposed to a word I use regularly. Because I use loads of swear words and stuff like probably I shouldn't use. But yeah, just words are just a bit weird when they come out. So yeah, bear with me with this one. Like globule, for example, is a horrible word, and I think that but it's really nice to say. Yeah, globule, globular. It's like a blah, blah, kind of thing. So I thought about that. Or mammal as well. I quite like saying the word mammal. It's quite nice. But I think I'm going to go with parsnip, if that's all right with you. Parsnip is the way it sounds nice. Or tastes nice. Yeah, I like parsnip.
That's a food one. That's definitely personal.
Yeah, it's not a food one, but it's a nice word. Well, for me anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I totally get that. Excellent. So, because it's an international podcast, teach me a new word or a saying I may not know.
Okay, yeah, this is one that someone I used to work with years ago used to say all the time. That's taters. I don't know whether you're familiar with taters.
Yeah, it's
For
like
it
it's
being
hot.
cold.
Yeah. Oh, cold. Yeah, of course
Yeah.
not hot. Yeah, of
Yeah, it's
course
cold. It's cold. It's like, oh, it's taters. Oh, ooh, taters. I don't know where it comes from. I don't know why it is taters. I looked it up and it's Cockney rhyming sound, but I don't know what it's supposed to rhyme with that relates to cold.
No. Oh well. We'll have to ask someone Cockney and find out.
Yeah, maybe. If someone can answer that question, that'd be good. But yeah, and it's something because he used to say, I decided to say it as well, more just to take the piss out of him for saying it. But now it's stuck. So in the wintertime, I was like, oh, it's bloody taters out here, isn't it? And it just kind of sticks. So.
Excellent. No, that's great. Love it. So when did photography click for you? Obviously, excuse the pun, but what moment did you realise you could take a good photo?
I had people telling me I'd got a good eye. And I was like, okay, well, what does that mean? I'd take a photo and be, oh, I've got a good eye. But none of them really stuck with me really until I kind of mastered my camera, if that made sense, or like I got to use the camera but how I wanted to use it. That's when it clicked for me and realized it's like, okay, instead of me just sort of messing about with like most things on automatic and whatnot, it was me going out, knowing how to use the camera, being able to sort of compose on the fly and take photos quickly, and being relatively happy with what I've got there as well. Because I'm my own worst critic. It's like I think most photographers are really. If you've been doing it for a long time, you kind of have to be. Otherwise, there's no filter. You just take a photo and go, "This is brilliant," and share it. And clearly, it's not. So, and also, if you think you've already mastered photography, you might as well just give up. What's the point of doing it? Yeah. So I think it was at that point really when I realised that I could combine everything and control a scene, if you like, as best as I can. Obviously, you can't control the weather, the subject, or various other elements, but I could use the camera and I could compose and include what I wanted to include. So I think it was about that.
So the hardest bit now is obviously what's your favourite 3 photos and why you like them.
Okay, yeah. I mean, as I said, I'm my own worst critic. So, the 3 photos I've chosen, one isn't even a street photograph. Is the photo I took of my eldest son when he was probably about 3 years old. And my wife. And my wife's in the foreground. I think he's looking a little bit angry. I think he's been messing around, but he's in the background laughing his head off, his head kind of bent back at a 90-degree angle, and he's slightly out of focus. And so, I think the whole that thing works nicely. It's quite a nice moment. So, that's my first one. My second one is from 2018 when we had a bit of snow in Cambridge. This is one that people might be able to find on my social media, unlike my previous one. And this is a picture of a red van in the snow. And it was a shot that I had to take fairly quickly because there's not a lot of people about. So it was quick composition, and considered composition and selective focus as well, because there was snow, but I wanted the focus to be on the snow with everything else being a slightly like out of focus. And I've got one figure in the background kind of dancing as a silhouette. which is quite nice. So that's my second. And my third photo was taken in 2022 in Istanbul, when I was invited over there as by a friend for a street festival. And we were just leaving a bar. I was walking on with another friend of mine when a taxi reversed around a corner in front of us, and I saw the window starting to go down in the back seat. So, and I've got a camera in my hand. I've always got a camera in my hand. And as it went down, I just fired off about 3 photos. A hand came out holding a cigarette. And yeah, 2 of them were terrible, but one of them was pretty good. And yeah, that's probably my third favourite photo.
Yeah, brilliant. That's what I love about it, though. You never know, do you? You never, with street, you have no idea what's coming. Split second, absolutely bonkers.
That's right. I mean, you could be walking the streets for a whole day and not see anything. And okay, you've enjoyed the process and you've got your steps in and stuff, but yeah, it's kind of artistically wasted. Or you can just be walking around the corner at 10 o'clock at night and you see one thing and it's a photo that sort of sticks you the rest of your life.
So what advice would you give to a new photographer?
Well, following on from what I was just saying, actually, one of them, if we're being specific and talking about street, is definitely like have a camera out. It's one thing carrying a camera with you, and obviously I advise to do that. I generally always have a camera in my hand as I'm walking along. I kind of feel naked without one. And if it's in your hand, you're there. You're intentionally going to use it for seeing the rises. So. But no, I'm more than that. It's like, I don't know, obsessed. Dip your foot in, just like going ahead first, man. Just really absorb everything. Have your camera ready, read books, look at loads of photo books. I don't watch a lot of YouTube videos, but yeah, there's so much good stuff out there. Amazing YouTubers. I go out there, listen to podcasts. I don't do that either. But all these things, there's just a wealth of information out there, which just absorb it and like just learn.
No, good advice. That's the thing. You just, we've got so much of wealth of technology and physical books and everything else. It's make use of it.
Yeah, exactly. And don't just stare at Instagram or social media for your information. Just there's a lot more out there than that. And you don't have to specifically just look at street as well. Obviously, I'm kind of a one-trick pony in that respect, I guess. But yeah, like a lot of photo books I've got, they're not street related. There's they're more sort of life studies and sort of more detailed photos. So yeah, branch out.
What you got going on next? What are your photography goals going forward?
Going forward, I'm always saying I'm going to get a book out, and I'll get a book out at some point. And I've got so many images I need to like sort out, and it's becoming a bit of a running joke really about my complete laziness in that respect.
But it's a big commitment. When you're doing a book, it's a lot of time and a lot of curating and getting it right. So you
want to get it right, and like being, as I said earlier, just being so critical of my own work. I kind of need somebody just to grab hold of me and give me a good shake and just say, look, fucking do this, look at this, we can sort this, So it's like I need to be guided. But so there's that. I mean, I've got little projects that I'm working on, but they're not short-term projects, they're more long-term things, so it's not like I can rattle out a book on those immediately, but it's more I've got about 10 years worth of stuff now, really, that I can break down and release like half decent, I guess. So on top of that, just I do quite a lot of workshops over here in the UK. Maybe looking overseas. I've had quite a lot of people asking when I'm going to go over and do some stuff in Europe. So probably start doing something like that, really.
I mean, talk about Istanbul earlier. I mean, that's an incredible city when you get the light right. That's one of those, but it's a long way to go.
It is, it is a long way to go. And like I said earlier as well, I mean, it's, with my style, a scratch window in Istanbul is no different from a scratch window in Margate. So, when you're working with textural stuff, it doesn't really matter where you are. You can just stick me anywhere.
Yeah, I guess so. And that's the big bonus as well, because your work, obviously, you can work off anywhere. You get the other weekend when the light hit, I thought, oh, actually, I know, this window's coming through and they've got texture coming through here and everything else. I thought, yeah, I might have to mention that to Matt. 'Cause it's
Yeah. I mean, that's what does it for me. And I love seeing other people doing all this amazing textural stuff. Just anything that can add that extra dimension. And you can almost feel the photograph. That's what I like. I think, who was it that said, like, a good street photograph, you should be able to, like, smell the streets. Well, for me, it's more like I want to, like, feel it. That's what I like.
Yeah, and you do it well. Absolutely.
No, thank you very much.
No problem. Well, that's it. Our time's up. I really appreciate you being my guest, and I love your work. And everybody will see your work hopefully come past. And I'm sorry there's a big gap between us recording now and then obviously it going out. So, but maybe we can add more images in, sneak some in.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I don't mind. Like I say, I'm not worried about the time difference. It's all good.
All right, well, you take care and appreciate you being here.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you very much for having me on.